Welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another edition of What is in Our Stand Today. It's a hashtag you can follow across all my social media, Twitter, I will not call it X, Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. So today we have this beautiful Look 795 blade, and the gentleman came in because he wants to get back on the bike. He's been doing a lot of ultra running and stuff. So the first thing we did was just kind of go through the bike, bow to stern, checked his brake pads, good. Checked his chain, needed to be replaced. And then we talked about tire options. Then he said, hey, my headset's really notchy. Well, it isn't now, but it was really notchy. Sir, would you mind coming really close and just kind of shooting down inside here? So there are two plates that we've taken off of here, and then also the top cap. And we were looking at, oh wow, this is really notchy. We couldn't figure out what was going on. We've got these brake cables probably running through the bearings. And if you stand right there, I'm gonna give a visual. So a lot of these frames with all this integrated stuff, they are running the brake housing or the hydraulic lines through the headset bearing. So imagine this being a headset bearing, just smaller. And a lot of these are doing that. And I said, oh my God, we're gonna have to take all this apart and all this stuff. Once we loosened it up and we started digging in to see what was going on, it just is not notchy anymore. So we don't know if we fixed it, right? But we'll cinch that all back together and see what's going on. And then, sir, if you swing around this way, and then one of the last things we did is once we put the bike back together, we pedaled the bike, and the crankset was going around and around and around, and I would push on it and it would have pressure on it. And I said, oh, you know what? This is a DT Swiss hub, but I see this and it's very common in Mavic wheels. So we took the freehub body off, lubed, or we cleaned first the pawls. We cleaned the inside of the freehub, and then we just put a little mineral oil in there, put all that back together, and now there's no more back pressure on the pedals. So all good there. So the only open item left is just securing that headset, make sure it's not notchy. I think maybe it was over tightened by someone, who knows. And then some Continental 5000 tubeless at some point, hopefully, because these gator skins, they're so new that the customer doesn't want to switch out the tires yet, because they still, I mean, some of these still have the little peach fuzz on it. So we're gonna let these wear down a little bit, then probably switch out to something faster, grippier, and more comfortable as well. He's on 28s. We're gonna go to a 30. You could squeeze a 32 into this frame, but it will depend on the rim width. I've got a set of Dura-Ace wheels I put in here that has a 24 internal, 28 external, and the 32 was just barely fitting in there. So we have to keep in mind that this is considered an aero road frame. So they probably weren't thinking, when did you get this bike? 2020. 2020, yeah. So they probably weren't thinking at that time that they wanted to have 32, 33, 34 tire capacity. So anyway, that's all for today. Please like and subscribe. We're going to do another video as we run through the whole spec. So hit that notification bell so you know when I've released that video. In the meantime, we'll see you up the road.